So today's topic is the evolution of remodeling. That's right. Remodeling is a fairly new industry. I would say within the last 40 years, because before it was all for the haves. I mean, you had to have money to design and to create spaces before the 1950s. I mean, you think about all of the world and the types of architecture and the types of homes that people lived in, you had to have money. But after the war, things changed. Once HGTV came in place and started really highlighting the things you could do with your house, well, a lot of us are able to be very handy and we're able to do a lot of work in our own homes. And now remodeling is feasible for a lot of people. And not only are they doing small do-it-yourself jobs, but we are actually changing floor plans. We're creating additions, we're creating ADUs, we're removing walls. And the extent of the remodeling is not just an as-is bathroom, but really renovating space to accommodate the new family dynamics. Because remember, back into the 50s, it was a whole different family dynamic. Renovations really started off with just small spruce ups, things on a budget where you're changing out the wallpaper, you're changing out countertops, or things such of that nature. And remodeling, well, you're moving walls around. And so if you're in the industry, you might have even used your tagline, find renovations, but we all know that it's just not a countertop or paint or wallpaper. We're actually remodeling the entire residence. The real estate market, I mean, it has really gone up, and people have equity in their house and they're staying put, and it's a good time for people to renew their space, because with remodeling comes design, and design is an antidote to all the madness that takes place outside of your castle, outside of your home. So when you come home, you want it to be a place of a sanctuary. You want it to be a place where the design is able to squash all of the madness that's out there. And if you get a good designer, a good design build company, that's exactly what it would feel like. You come home to your oasis, to a sanctuary, to a spa-like bathroom, it changes your life. And so with the evolving of real estate, it has really produced equity and the ability for homeowners to be able to remodel their homes. The pros are the design and the construction is an antidote to your life that happens outside. It really should reduce the stress, so forth and so on, and give you a calm, a sanctuary feel that you're back in your castle in your home. The cons is, well, finding a good builder, finding a good design build company, finding a good contractor. It could be nerve-wracking and it could be very discouraging, because if you find the wrong one and you really base yourself on price, it could go sideways really fast. The other con is that once you remodel, you pull permits, well, your taxes are gonna go up. The appraisal is gonna go up, so you gotta consider that. And the last con that I would say is that there's a lot of decision making, tons of decision making. And so it's so important that you find the right company to do your job. If you are considering a remodel, here's some things that I would really have you consider. Know what you want, at least the direction that you want to go, because it could be so exhausting being at tile stores, slab yards. I mean, you want to have a direction, and you need to have somebody that's going to be able to guide you through that process, and that's going to be able to tell you, no, that's not going to work. The design comes first of all, so you can't just hire a contractor and then have them design it. That's a big no-no. I would really start with having somebody that's gonna put your vision into place, and with that vision, most importantly, that's tip number one. Tip number two is your budget. We get so emotional looking at all of these platforms, Pinterest, HGTV, look at this, look at that. The reality is all of those ideas and visions come with a dollar sign. So it's important that when you're designing, that firm, that company is also giving you, hey, listen, if you do this, it's gonna cost you that much amount. Because if you start hiring an architect, a designer, so forth, unless you got a little broader of a budget, then go that route. But if you really want to stick to a dime, make sure that you're hiring somebody that can give you numbers as well, because you don't want to finish the design and then give it out to 3 contractors and find out that you're over budget on all 3 contractors. So that's not what you want to do. So that's what I would say. Number 1, find somebody that can help you with the design portion and put your vision together. Number 2, that could also give you that budget and that monetary value to your vision. And then number 3, move out. Move out of that house, because it is so stressful living through that remodel. And unless you can't move out, then just make sure you have the right company that's gonna make life a lot easier for you. And then all depending on the extent of the remodel, of course. Hope that helps. Y'all be good. Don't forget to subscribe. Lots of more teaching coming your way. We got a wealth of experience. God bless.